Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, it's your boy Kier, and today I am back doing an interview with Anthony. Is it Aldapa? Am I saying that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Anthony Aldapa, who made a short film called Short Drive, which actually played and won at our film festival a couple weeks ago at SacTown Movie Buffs Film Fest, and so we're just going to get into it right now. And I say, without further ado, let's get right into it. So good to have you on the show here, Anthony. So just want to start off by saying we really enjoyed your film. I really liked it. The problem I had with it was I didn't want to go too much into the details when I'm trying to describe it because it does have some elements to it towards the end, which I don't want to give away. But we really enjoyed it. I didn't know where the story was going because initially I thought it was, just about obviously an individual, contemplating, suicide. But it then kind of morphs into something else. So I really enjoyed the story, and I believe this was a student film as well, correct?
Yes, it was a student film. It was actually the first film I ever made. So
okay, that's a really, really, really good start, man, for you for sure. What was the inspiration for Short Drive?
So really the inspiration, my brother died by suicide about a decade ago. And so when I was trying to think of what I wanted to write, like I kept coming back to that, and I wanted to make something that, gave people a light and a beacon that says, there's something to live for, but at the same time, I didn't want to make a PSA. So right. I was trying to tweak it a little bit, and I was driving from LA to Sacramento for the holidays, and I was, what, like this is a really long drive. It's like it'd be kind of cool to like have someone with me. So I was driving alone. It was like, it'd be kind of cool to have someone with me to, just talk to and pass the time. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe hitchhiker, kind of talk to this person. And that's kind of just how it came about. The
story came from.
Yeah,
absolutely. Are you still in school currently then, or was this?
Yeah, I'm still working on my master's. The screenplay for this is actually part of my admission package to even get into the school. So
nice. Where are you going to school at? If you don't want me asking.
Mount St. Mary's in Los Angeles.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool. Well, that's pretty good, man. I think you're off to a great start with Short Drive.
Thank you.
And then are you? Is that what your major is? Is it film or is it?
It's a film master's. My concentration's directing and acting. I'm a veteran, so I'm using my VA benefits to pay for school, and I wanted acting. Like that's where my background is, and that's what my passion is. But the VA said, "Nadi, we're not paying for you to go to school to be an actor. We'll pay." They said, "We'll pay for you to be a director," and I was like, "All right, cool. Just pay for me to be a director, and then I'll just act in my own films."
You figure I from there. Absolutely, man. Nothing wrong with that. Yep. Nothing wrong with that. So how has the film been doing at the festivals? I know it's played obviously at ours and won at ours, but I assume you've shopped around to some other festivals and things of this nature. How's that been going for you?
So originally I had no intentions of doing festivals at all whatsoever. This was done literally just for directing one. It was my directing one class project. And when it played in the class, my teacher, she said, "Oh yeah, you got to tweak a little bit of the audio and the soundtrack before you submit it to festivals." And I was like, "Well, that's a thing?" And she said, "Yeah." She's like, you should submit this to festivals." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that I could do that." So yeah, I went on Film Freeway and I submitted to just a couple of online festivals, just the ones that do like quarterly screenings just online, and you don't actually ever know if someone watched it. So right. I did a couple of those and got the participation trophies, and then the first actual film festival I submitted to was the Chandler International Film Festival in Arizona. So luck, I was accepted to that. Didn't expect anything at all. I have family there, so I was like, oh well, I'll go out and hang out with my family and just have my friends and everyone come watch the movie. And so that one actually ended up being nominated. I think there was, I want to say 8 student films that were submitted and screened. And then I was one of the top 3 nominees. Unfortunately, I didn't win. There's a great student thesis film from USC that actually won there. but I got either second or
That's
third place.
still
They
that's
didn't tell
still
me.
really
So
good, man. I mean, the
yeah,
Chandler is a very big festival, and it's one that I'm familiar with because obviously I have to know all the big festivals
yeah,
in the area. But I know that's a really really big one. They've been around for quite some time, so yeah,
yeah,
that's an honor in itself, man. To get in, just to get in,
yep,
and then to be one of the top three. I think that says a lot about how well received the film has been. So yeah,
definitely.
I mean, just definitely kudos for you, man. And definitely, I always say this at the end, but I just don't stop, man. Don't stop making films, man, because
Yeah,
you really could do something here to keep going, man. And who knows? I mean, I know acting's your background, but it seems like directing might be your background as well. Based on the success you've had for with Short Drive, because obviously the
hmm
goal is to constantly improve. And for somebody that initially wasn't even trying to be a director, so I think that just shows a lot about the talent level that you have. So,
Well,
but no, we really
mostly,
enjoyed the film.
mostly, I owe it to Tyler and Ashley. Like I've learned that directing is literally just letting your actors act and
Yeah,
just giving them a couple notes. And so I was blessed to be able to. I actually met Tyler and Ashley in acting class. Like that's how we all met. And when I started doing this, is like I have my actors already. Like so, I literally wrote
yeah,
the roles for them. So made it a
yeah,
lot
and I think
easier.
I know someone else at the festival said that they had seen Tyler in something else. So I don't know if he's been in some other films or something of this nature, but somebody at the festival came up to me and said, "Hey, I know that guy. I've seen him in some
Huh.
other things." I said, "Oh, really?" I said, I didn't know who he was, but somebody said that they knew him. So I don't know if he's been in other
Yeah.
things or other projects or not, but somebody swears that they knew who he was. So
Yeah,
that's
he's done a couple other shorts, and then he did what is he the Kingdoms video game, like one of those mobile app games that always shows up when you're scrolling through Instagram and you get the
Oh,
ads.
okay. Okay. So
He's on a
that's where they
couple of
know.
those
They can know from
commercials.
there
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yep.
they can know from that too. Yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely gets a lot of hits as well.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, are you working on you're working on some other film projects now then, or
Currently, I'm working on making a trailer for Short Drive as my next class assignment. And then I have summer semester. I'm just doing whatever the assignment is for a production class I'm doing. I think it's a writing class. And then hopefully in the fall I'll start my thesis. And I'm still trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna write. It's that's the every time I think of something, I was like, oh well, that's I just watched that movie already. Like I had a really good idea, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and this, and then I realized it's the beginning to 13 Ghosts, and I was like,
right,
oh
right,
well,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's why it was such a good
that
idea.
yeah, that was always been my thing. Like because I used to do films in college, and then I was like, well, if I ever did a film that like in my head, all I can think of is like other films. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Yep.
well, I mean, it works for some directors, believe it or not. You just kind of
Yeah.
take a little bit from different directors and things of this nature because everybody's influenced from somebody, and
Yep.
what's the saying? Everybody steals. So everybody steals an idea or something of that nature. There's really nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? If you name a
hmm
film, there's probably been another film that was made that was similar to that or some sort of similar story. You just have to just figure out a way to make it your own and make it unique to
Yeah.
you. But
Yeah.
no, I'm
Definitely.
definitely looking forward to seeing what's next for you. And and I definitely think that filmmaking is definitely something that I think you should definitely try to pursue, because if this is your first project, then I can only imagine once you're out of school and
hmm
you start working with other producers and things of this nature, and you get an even bigger budget. um, I could foresee a lot of great things for you in the future. So I hope you
Thank
just
you.
continue to keep doing what you're doing, man, and don't lose that passion. And I know inspiration is really really hard, to okay, well, how do I make the next one? But
Yep.
I'm confident you'll figure it out, man. You still have a few months to really decide what you want to do, and I'm confident you'll figure it out for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, great, man. Well, that's all the questions I really have for you at this time, unless you have any additional questions for me. Um,
Not even a question. I just want to say thank you. Like I said in my submission for the SacTown Movie Buff Festival, this was my mom never got to go to Chandler. She doesn't travel a lot. So my dad, my aunt, all my friends, they were in Chandler, so they actually got to see it on the big screen. My mom she'd never seen my film on anything bigger than her cell phone. So it was being a local film festival for my parents up there in Roseville, it was such an amazing opportunity to have my mom be able to watch it on the big screen.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
know
good.
she
It
was
was great to
super
meet your
excited.
family. Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
great to meet your family. I was glad they were able to come out. And I know initially there were some questions whether you're actually going to make the film festival, so I was glad that you actually ended up
Yeah.
making it. So hopefully you had a good time, and hopefully it wasn't a too bad of a short drive to get up to Sacramento
It
to the
was,
festival.
like I said,
So
that drive's what inspired the
yeah,
film. So
exactly.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I said, man, you always got a place at SacTown Movie Buffs Film Festival. So if you make another project, by all means, definitely submit it. We'd love to have you back again next year. We're gonna continue to do our thing, and hopefully we get bigger and we can grow as well as a film festival. And we'd love to see what you do next. So
Well,
just keep doing what you're doing,
absolutely.
man. Keep chasing your dreams. So
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you guys again next year.
sounds good, man. I appreciate it, Anthony. You have a great afternoon, man.
All right, man. Thank you too.
All right, thank you. All right, bye.
Bye.
And we're off.